Hello everyone, ForeverElite here. Welcome back to another Story Saturday. Guys, this is a special Story Saturday because it falls on Christmas Eve. Now, because of that, I'm going to be doing a Christmas edition Story Saturday. I hope you guys do enjoy this. Now, let's get into the very first story. Now, this very first story actually did occur on my way to Minnesota for Christmas last year. Now, we were going to Minnesota because most of my family lives there. My aunt, my uncle, my cousins, and my grandma all live there. And actually, all my aunts, all my cousins, most of my cousins live there. And so we were just driving, and we were on our 15-hour trip to Minnesota. And this was kind of strenuous. It's like, oh, dang, that's pretty rough, man. But as we were driving, I was like, okay, I guess I should probably, carry the load a little bit. So I started to drive, and as I got in and I left the rest stop because my entire family just switched out driving, I noticed on the road behind me an SUV with a U-Haul trailer. Now, I didn't really think anything of this until he started passing me, and then he went back into my lane. And once he passed me and then went back into my lane, he started to slow down. And I was like, man, why are you slowing down? There's 2 lanes, fam. Come on. So then I did the same thing to him, except I wasn't trying to be really slow. It's basically just a game of passing. So I passed him and then got back into my own lane. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just keep listening to my music. And he then continued to do it to me. So then he started passing me and then went into my lane, and then I started passing him and went into his lane. And at this point, it was about 2 a.m. and we were actually passing each other for probably about 2 hours. I would basically pass him, I'd be in my lane, and then about 5 minutes later, he would speed up really quick ahead of me and then pass me and then go in my lane. And I'm just like, I see you, man, I see you. And then about 5 minutes later, I'd probably do the same thing, and we honestly would just continuously pass each other for about 2 hours. It was so fun. It was kind of like a little bit of an entertainment while I was just being a scrub and driving and doing absolutely nothing. Except for driving, obviously, But I was just chilling there listening to my music, and he was passing me, I was passing him, and after about 2 hours of passing me, he abandons me, guys. He ruins our friendship, and he took an exit. And I never saw him again, guys. And that was the devastating tale of the Trailer Man. Trailer Man and I, we were so good, such good friends, and after I was done weeping from the loss of a friend, I pulled it all together. And once I pulled it all together, I switched out with my mom, and she started to drive, and then I slept, and I was sleeping my tears away as I was dreaming about Trailer Man. Guys, it's just the little things when you're driving on the way, in the countryside for 15 hours. It's the little things that entertain you, even if it means having that one friend that happens to be a guy carrying a trailer. And we really did bond, guys. We bonded so much as he passed me and I passed him. It was a good time. Now, the second story, guys, actually did happen a few years ago. I was about 12 at the time, and we decided it was a great idea to go to Arizona for Christmas. Now, my grandma, who lives in Minnesota, used to actually also have a house in Arizona. Now, she would go to Arizona during the winter and then would go to Minnesota during the summer. So she was called a snowbird, I believe that's what it's called, is when you go to a warmer place during the winter. I think that's the opposite, but you guys get it. So anyways, a few years ago, we stayed in this mansion. Now, my grandma actually rented out a mansion for my entire family just to stay in, and it was a massive modern-style flat mansion in the middle of the Arizona desert. It had a pool, it had a hot tub, it had a fountain, it had a recreation room and everything. And our entire family on my dad's side actually stayed in it. So in total, there was about, all 3 of my aunts, 2 of my uncles. We had about 4 of my cousins, 3 of me, because it was me and my 2 older brothers, and then my parents, and then my grandma actually stayed in a different place. So we had a ton of people in this mansion. It was honestly so much fun. Now, anyway, my dad actually did get us a Xbox 360 that year, and we brought it along to Arizona this year. And we plugged it into the flat screen once we got to the mansion, and we were all just playing around and stuff. And we were actually playing the game Forza Horizon, which is a racing car game. And all of a sudden, guys, the TV shut off. And I was like, that's kind of weird. As soon as I won a street race, I noticed that the TV would shut off every single time. So I'm like, that's weird. Whenever I win this street race, the TV shuts off. That's so weird. And, being the little scrub I am, I was being 12. I was super gullible. So my older brother at the time actually told me that. He was like, hey, you know what? The TV's probably haunted, man. This entire mansion is probably haunted. You better watch out. So for the rest of the week, I was living in the constant fear of a ghost that was pranking me by shutting off the TV every time I won a virtual street race. Because that makes sense. So guys, the third story actually has to do with the exact same mansion. You know, we're here for Christmas, and it's always warm there during the winter, which is why we spent, you know, a whole Christmas there. However, the pool at our mansion was super cold, so it was like, I don't even know why it wasn't heated, but it wasn't heated. It was really cold. So we all just hung out in the hot tub. Now my cousin, who was about 28 or something, he was just hanging out with us and my two older brothers and I in the hot tub, and he thought it would be a great idea to just, you know, prank me. Just hardcore prank. He's like, hey man, I'll pay you $10 if you get out of this 100-degree hot tub and jump into this unheated pool that's about 45 degrees. I was like, holy flip heck, yes, let's do it. So I was like, all right, I'm a little bit scared, but I got out of the hot tub, and you know, as I said, it was about 100 degrees, and outside it was actually pretty cool as well. It was probably like 50 degrees, and so I was like steaming because of the hot water that was going off my bod, and I just go and jump in this pool, and this pool is like 45 degrees. It is honestly not that much colder than, or not that much hotter than freezing. So as soon as I touch the water, my body is just like, nope. And then I just start freaking out and I jump out of the pool. I'm just like, I run inside as fast as I can. And the wife, my cousin, the wife of my other cousin, was just like, why would you do that to him? That's so dangerous. He could have gotten shock or temperature shock or whatever. And he's just laughing, and my parents are just like laughing. But basically the entire family is laughing except for me. So then I spend the rest of the night, you know, just wrapped up in a blanket next to the TV, and I'm just watching Batman: The Dark Knight Rises with my two other cousins, and I'm also downing a whole tub of brownie ice cream, you know, just all that comfort food, you know, to comfort me and my body from basically the near-death experience I had proceeded to follow myself into. But you know what, guys? $10 is $10, and I got $10 at the expense of my body basically getting destroyed. But you know what, guys? $10 is $10, man. I'm just saying. But yeah, guys, it was really good times. These stories are fantastic. These are what made my Christmases so memorable. And I do have more stories, but I decided I would give you guys these 3 stories. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. I am actually currently in Minnesota as this video is being uploaded. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in a brand new video, which will be a New Year video, guys. Woo! I'll see you guys in the New Year's video. Bye, guys.